Hello darlings, it is your favorite girl Sadicka and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to be talking about calling back your power and energy, and I'm going to be telling you darlings how you can do so. But before we go ahead and get into this video, please make sure that you are subscribed and you have hit that bell so you get notified whenever I upload. Also be sure to follow me on all of my socials because I do post on all my platforms. I do have a new podcast which is linked in the bio, so make sure you check that out because we are talking about spirituality and self-development and ensuring that you can live your best possible life. So today we're talking about calling your power and energy back, and honestly this video is going to be short and sweet because it is quite self-explanatory. So when you're calling back your power and your energy, you're ensuring that you are retrieving your power and your energy from any spaces, any places, any timelines, any beings, or anything. And it's important that you do this on a day-to-day basis because our energy is usually exchanged and transferred during interactions or even just through something as simple as your social media. When someone is looking at your social media, they may be calling on your energy, or they may have thoughts towards your energy and your power, which can then sometimes attach to your aura fields. So when you go ahead and cleanse your energy, call back your power and energy, and make sure that it is with you instead of with others, then you can ensure that you are feeling your best possible self in order to live your best possible life. When it comes to calling back your power and energy, you can say a number of different affirmations and do what works for you. Personally, I like to say this affirmation here. I call back my power and energy and I wrap it in loving healing so I may use it for my highest good. I want to ensure that when I am calling back my energy, it is wrapped in love and healing and that it is cleansed so that I am able to use it for my highest good. I don't want to call back my power and energy and that it has remnants of other people's energy attached to it, okay? So ensure that when you're calling back your power and energy, that you're calling it back cleansed and you're calling it back for you, for your highest good. You want to be very intentional about your words and also be very specific. If you feel like you've been somewhere and your energy is almost like stuck in that space, then you want to call back your energy from that space, or call back your energy from timelines or dimensions or things if you feel like people could be possibly stealing your energy. You could also use that as an affirmation by saying, I call back my power and energy from anybody that could be stealing it without my consent. Because as I mentioned, energy is usually transferred among people. And a lot of the times we aren't even aware that our energy has transferred onto somebody else, or we aren't even aware that somebody else is calling on our energy. But a lot of the times our body gives us telltale signs, whether we have headaches or whether we feel off, or whether we're having difficulties receiving our manifestations. When it comes down to calling back your power and energy, there's actually some favorable places and times that I like to do this to ensure that I am really getting my energy back. Number one is to do this within the shower. I like to do this within the shower because I am cleansing my energy within the shower, and then I'm calling back my energy and ensuring that it arrives cleansed and ready for me to use it. So the shower or even a spiritual bath would be an amazing time to call back your power and energy and to say those intentional affirmations to ensure that your energy returns to you. Another amazing way to call back your power and energy is to do it under the sun or the moon. As you know, the sun helps to activate our DNA, it helps to give us energy, and it also helps to recharge us. So if you want to be calling back your energy underneath the sun, you may want to be outside, or even if you're inside and you're by the window and you're basking in the sun and calling back your power and energy and being recharged whilst you're doing so. And also stocking up on that much needed vitamin D. If you are meditating under the moon and calling back your power and energy, you are able to use the natural satellite of the world. And as you know, the moon cycles actually affect us down here on Earth. If you need to know more about moon cycles, check out my other video or check out my Patreon to learn more. Most importantly, if you want to call back your power and energy, full moons and new moons are honestly the most impactful. New moons if you find yourself embarking on new beginnings, and full moons if you find yourself going through a completion. So for example, if you have recently gone through a breakup, or you've ended a friendship, or you've cut some family members off, then you may want to call back your power and energy during a full moon to really amplify that completion and the ending of that cycle. Whilst if you're embarking on something new and you want to ensure that you have all of your power and energy so that you are ready to do these new beginnings, then you want to do this during a new moon. But again, remember that it is not limited to the full moon, new moon, or any specific date or time. You can call back your power and energy at any time, at any place. It does not matter. All you need is to be intentional, have your mind focused, and have your words be specific. As long as these two are aligned, everything else will be okay. If you are interested in planetary hours or planetary days, then spell work or calling back your power and energy is really beneficial to do during a moon hour or on a moon day, or during a Saturn hour or during a Saturn day. Moon days are on Mondays, and to know about planetary hours, you can use any of the planetary hour apps or check out my YouTube video on planetary hours to learn more. And a Saturn day is actually on Saturday, and a Saturn hour would be any hour during the day where Saturn is the ruling planet. When calling back your power and energy, it is also important to send back any power and energy that isn't yours. As I mentioned, energy can be transferred, and a lot of the times we end up picking up other people's energy without even being consciously aware. Like I mentioned earlier, being on social media and looking at someone's socials can even allow for that person's energy to go within your energy field and your aura, meaning that you now have some of their power and energy attached to you. With sending back power and energy, I honestly like to do it right before or after I call back my power and energy. So I just do it at the one time, whether I'm in the shower or under the moon or under the sun. I just say I call back my power and energy, wrapped in love and healing, so I may use it for my highest good. And I send back any energy that is not mine with love. I send back any power that is not mine with love. Or you can say I send back any power and energy that it is not mine with love. And I always like to send energy back with love, because I mean no ill intentions for anybody whatsoever. Even if they have ill intentions towards me, I do not want to affect my vibrations and my blessings by focusing on their negative beliefs. So I always send back their power and energy with love, in hopes that it can help them and in hopes that it can inspire them to do and be better. Okay? Do not retaliate and do not get fixated on other people's negative energy, because that will end up blocking your blessings. And remember, the law of karma is real. What you put out is what you end up receiving. So when you're putting out good vibes and you're sending back energy with love and you're calling back your energy with love, then you will be in a good standing. Whilst if you're sending back the energy and you're not necessarily focused on love, you may find that you end up receiving some things that aren't aligned with you. So always focus on love and light. An important note that I almost forgot to add is that you need to pay attention to the people that return around you when you have been calling back your power and energy. Of course, this isn't for everyone, because you may have some friends that pop up and stuff like that, but just use your discernment and pay attention to your intuition. If there are certain people that you have cut off, or there are certain people that you're feeling funny about and you're just not sure what it is, but your intuition saying something isn't feeling right, and you've called back your power and energy and they end up popping up, It is not by chance. A lot of the times when you call back your power and energy and people pop up, it is because they need that energy back. They need that energy fixed again because they were using your power and energy in order for them to live their best possible life, whether they were consciously doing it or whether they were doing it subconsciously. But regardless, you really need to pay attention, follow that intuition so you don't end up giving back your power and energy to the people that you just called it from. I love and appreciate you, darlings. Thank you so much for spending time and energy with me today. Let me know what your thoughts and comments are down below, and also let me know if there's a specific way that you like to call back your power and energy or send back any power and energy so that we can all learn and grow together. Make sure you go ahead and stream the podcast. It is available on all platforms. Stay positive and productive in all that you do, and I'll see you, darlings, in my next one. Bye.